My dear friends, on this Easter morning, it begins not with trumpets, but women walking in the dim light of dawn, carrying grief in their heart. Year A gives us Matthew's account, a story full of movement, surprise, and divine interruption. A reminder that God's greatest work often begins in the quiet moments when we least expect it. Matthew tells us that the great earthquake shakes the ground as an angel rolls back the stone. This is not just a physical event. It is the symbol of what God is doing spiritually. The resurrection is God shaking the foundation of sin, the finality of death, and the power of fear. Easter is God declaring that nothing, absolute nothing, can stop His love. So He tells us, do not be afraid. As was the angel's first words to the women, very simple but profound. Do not be afraid. Not because the situation is not overwhelming, but because God is already ahead of them. Easter does not erase fear, but it transforms it. It reminds us that fear does not have the final word. God does. So the women became the first witnesses. In a world where women's testimony were often dismissed, God chose them as the first heralds of the resurrection. They show up in love. They remain faithful in grief. They run with joy to share the good news. So Easter honors the quiet, faithful hearts who keep showing up even when hope feels thin. So as the women run to tell the disciples, Jesus meets them on the road. As one of the most powerful, beautiful truths of Easter, the risen Christ meets us not only in sacred spaces, but in the ordinary path of our lives. He meets us in our confusion. He meets us in our search. He meets us in our longing, in our daily routines, in the ordinariness of life. Easter is not an event. It is a relationship. So He tells us, as He has encountered us in this Easter period, to go and tell my brothers. He tells the women, the disciples. After betrayal, denial, and abandonment, Jesus does not speak words of anger. He speaks words of reconciliation. So Easter is God's greatest act of mercy. It restores relationship. It heals shame, opens a new future. Because the empty tomb is an invitation. It's not just a sign that Jesus is alive. It is an invitation to live different. So Easter calls us to hope where the world sees despair, love where the world chooses indifference, forgive where the world holds grudges, rise where the world expects you to stay down. The resurrection is not only Christ's victory, it is our calling. My dear friends, Easter proclaims a simple, life-changing truth. Love is stronger than death. Hope is stronger than fear. God's light is stronger than any darkness. The stone has been rolled away. The tomb is empty. Christ is risen, and because He lives, everything is different. Alleluia, alleluia. Happy Easter, dear friends.